Good day, everyone. Today, we are going to talk about education. Education is something that is very dear to my heart and to the whole plan of this administration. We are going to take education for the first time very seriously in Enugu State. Let me go straight to the points. We are going to revamp education from primary, secondary to the university levels. In the primary education, we are going to make sure that all the primary schools that we are going to select have relevant and sufficient infrastructure. Now you see that we have many private schools in Enugu State. We are not going to waste our money trying to rebuild all the primary schools, in which case you go to where they have 4 buildings and then you do one and go away. By the time you come back again, that one is already dilapidated. So we are going to centralize our rebuilding of educational sector. When we come to like a town where we have too many primary schools that are not needed because of the presence of private schools, what we are going to do is we select one that is at the center, take it to international level. If we don't have enough teachers around, what we'll do is we congregate the students, because in many of our primary schools, you find out that teachers are now teaching 10 persons in one class. What we'll do is, if there are like 4 of them, we bring 4 of them together, that is making it 40 students in a class. Then we get the best teacher among the 4 schools and put them there. Now, what will happen is we will have some of the primary schools temporarily turned into youth centers or other social amenities. The teachers that will not be assimilated in the new integrated primary school, those ones, we will not sack them. We will put them to work in some of the industries that we are going to create. In this case, we will now be making maximum use of our money. Our kids will be going to the best schools, and teachers will be teaching enough students to earn their money. Secondly, we are going to get to the secondary schools. We won't touch the curriculum too much, but we will focus them. We would run our secondary schools like colleges, so that when you are coming out from a secondary school, it will no longer be I have 5 credits in arts or sciences. You should be able to know what you want to do. I have 5 credits, but this is a certificate I am getting as someone that has finished college, certificate in what is architecture, lab science, and the rest of them. Now, when you have finished, you know that I want to be a doctor, or this is what I need to do to be a lab scientist. You go and do your other. The first thing I'm going to do with our universities is that I am going to make them the best, at least in Nigeria, and they will be world class. The 2 universities we have, if they are not sufficient, we will build more. But the 2 we have, we are going to revamp them infrastructurally and otherwise. Secondly, in the universities, we are going to ban or stop JAMB and post-UMTE or all those nonsenses as requirements for gaining admission. Once you get your required credits in WAEC, you gain admission into our universities. I never took JAMB in my life, and I have been able to do my PhD. So why should people waste time and money going to do JAMBs? Now, if the people in Abuja say they will not give us certificates, I'm not bothered. What I'm going to do is I will affiliate our schools with schools in overseas. And immediately I do that, they will start following their curriculum of studies, and instead of doing 4 years for a regular degree course, we will start doing it 3 years in Enugu State. And do you know what it will do? A lot of people will come to Enugu State to study because, one, you don't need JAMB to enter. Secondly, instead of staying 4 years, you will be staying 3 years. And when you have finished that, you find out that by the time a normal student in other state universities is getting his admission, you are already leaving school. We want our kids to go into the school and get out of them well equipped to help us in our industries. This we have a lot of positive inputs in how we run our education moving forward, because our aim is to get to the point where we will give every individual, every person that is qualified to have free education as an indigene or as a resident of Enugu State, free education from primary school to secondary to university. And the way we are going to do it is by making our schools the best, and then people from outside coming in and paying for our people to study. It has been done before. It has been done in many countries, and we can do it in Enugu State. You go to Ghana, you see how little they pay and how much our people pay. So we are going to focus on this. And then education is not all about infrastructure. We are also going to give them the second thing that is very important in education, which is learning resources. We are going to give our university students free, fast internet to use whenever they want. They use it for their school assignments, and also we will link them. We will give them access to world-class electronic libraries where they can go and get access to learning resources that are available to other people outside the world, like people that are in Cambridge and Oxford universities. You just need to pay a little subscription for these things to be done. So after that, we will now know that our schools are running like schools that will bring out the best people to come and help us make Enugu great again. Now, the third one is not only getting school and giving them access to the internet and the rest of them, you also need the best teachers. And how do we get the best teachers? We get them by giving them very adequate remuneration. And this is where the package that I have for the civil servants come in. And that is my policy on salary equalization. What we are going to do is we are going to make the civil servants and the politicians earn the same so that they can be equally remunerated, and they can work for us very, very well. What salary equalization means is that we will have equitable redistribution of our salary. If, for instance, you come to Enugu State, we will have the same system of rating or system of placing people in levels or grading our workers, whether you are a politician or you're a civil servant. In this case, if a classroom teacher is at the same level with an SSA to the government, what will happen is if the SSA is paid 10 naira, that classroom teacher should be paid 10 naira. And we are not going to bring in more money into the salary pot. What we will do is, if, for instance, now a commissioner is getting 150,000 naira a month, and the classroom teacher at the same level of the commissioner is getting 50,000 naira a month, what we will do is we will take 50,000 naira from that commissioner and put for the classroom teacher. So he gets 100,000, the commissioner gets 100,000. In that way, our teachers will be very motivated, and our young, brilliant graduates will want to teach. So these are the things we are going to be doing so that Enugu State will get away from where we are. Just look at Anambra State getting first in WAEC, first in JAM. Look at the other 5 kids that went to America and they came first in the whole world. We want this type of things in Enugu State. And with my government in power, we will lead you to the highest level of educational excellence. So I'm asking you people once more, come out, vote for APGA, vote for me, so that together we will make Enugu great again. Maka Ọganiru Enugu State.